Welcome everybody to our first tag match of the Summer 2018 Tag Team Tournament. This is the Bad Luck Brian episode. Our newcomers JazzzzCabbage and MechNige1 are going to be taking on Doomsday and ESPER51. Doom off to a pretty quick start here with a lot of aura and the lightning sword. MechNige1 with a good block onto the ice sword. Esper trying to put a little pressure on him there. Is actually going to take a twister to the face. First blood is going to go to Nigel in this matchup. Doing his best to keep himself away from Esper, who sounds like he's using a shatter over there, as we follow Doom hunting down JazzzzCabbage. Oh, a nice combo. Esper's taking quite a bit of damage. JazzzzCabbage is going to lose a shield, however. And he loses the other one. Doom hard carrying his own teammate here as he dumps even more damage onto Cabbage, who's going to lose 13 health on that excursion from his base. Return to Nature will take away Nigel's stats. Oh, what a nasty combo. Manages to throw off the timing there. Gets the Venom Fang down and then follows it up with a Lightning Sword, which takes away one of the shields there. He may not have gotten the Vacuum Wall, as Lightning Sword usually prioritizes the shield that costs the least. So possibly getting, I think we saw a Wall of Fire out of him earlier. Cabbage does eat the Will-o'-the-Wisp, but he's able to get away from the reincarnation after. Right now, he's just trying to stay alive. Doom's going to catch that right there. Could have caught him with a reincarnation on the staircase. Ooh, a nice jump there. That lightning sword looked like it was going to connect. Doom's going to take him down now. Nigel going to have to look to make the pickup. He's been playing with Esper in the background here. Esper fakes out the vacuum wall. And Nigel is going to continue to have a rough time. That breaks the vacuum wall, and that reincarnation will finish it. Doom jumping off for style points, landing himself both kills in that matchup. It is going to be an uphill battle. We talked about it in the podcast. It's really rough for the newcomers here coming in against such a big name like Doom and, you know, ESPER51 as well. They're looking to change arsenals here, heading in reverse direction after starting on Palace. We're going to be going to Sign next. It's going to be a very tough battle, but I was impressed with MechNige1 there at the beginning of the game, landing quite a bit of damage onto Esper, and a couple of good combos, showing some signs of life. Esper was able to recover, and Doom led the charge for the majority of that game. Got a lot of damage in, soloed out JazzzzCabbage, and then finished off Nigel on the pickup. Esper along for moral support in this round. I'm sorry, I'm being really hard on Esper. I love this guy, but I can't help but just bust his chops. Looks like Doom is going to just go ahead and overwrite that Turbulence, sticking with an orb and two lightning swords. Not sure this is the team I would expect some heavy erase out of. And he drops immediately another lightning sword. Looking to get himself towards vibration, but he's kind of stuck at the moment. Looks like we've already got parts of Sign eroding. Our audio is being a little weird right now, so I think I'm just going to turn it down.
Okay.
Slide lasers coming in from Nigel. Doom with very nice dodges managed to stay away from the laser and the ice sword, but that one's going to catch. Doing his best to stay away. He's going to actually eat a little bit more damage. Cabbage and Nigel doing a fairly good job so far.
MechNige1's got a flash.
JazzzzCabbage with some good blocks there. That was not what he wanted to do. You do not want a shield fake in front of a player of Doom's caliber when he's got a sword. They trade once again. Doom is going to be frozen. Looks like he's going to give up that lightning sword now, but he got 2 shields with it and 6 damage. Managed to get a little bit of worth out of it. Cabbage is now defenseless against the exhaust of Esper, it looks like. Down to 3 aura. Doom's actually going to drop the fortress. Really struggling to hit that 10 aura right now. That orb starting in hand is making things difficult for him. Looking like a piece of fire out of Cabbage. Now on vibration. Cabbage is shieldless against the vibration laser angle that Doom is holding. Nigel's going to eat one as well. Vacuum wall comes out at precisely the wrong time. Doom continuing to try and fake that out. Looks like Cabbage actually took a tumble off the map. Vacuum wall well timed by Nigel. Catches the vibration laser. Cabbage is going to eat that in the back. He does catch Esper with a piece of fire. Lots of piece skills coming out of Cabbage, who dashes off the map once again. It's possibly how he died last time, and Nigel will take that right there. And another, as he continues to try and revive JazzzzCabbage, who has been neutered so hard, losing his shields, losing his aura. Nigel's going to go down now. Orb does get some use this game. Doom keeps his shield, not that he's needed it. Cabbage doing his best to dash and stay alive for a moment. He manages to fall off once again, but Esper's going to tumble through the air. Does he take the fall too? Yeah, he falls all the way back to base. Esper almost dying now. This would be a good time for Nigel to make his run while Doom has gone back to base, but he doesn't take the initiative, and he's going to have a much more difficult time now leaving later. Good block by Nigel there. He is hugging that pillar very well. Managed to erase one blaster. Now Doom can't figure out how to get back to his base. It's a long trip back. Unless he just jumps off. Doom seems at a loss for a moment. Perhaps not super familiar with the map. I don't think he plays the back-end maps as much.
Dead over here, bud.
Esper actually dies over there, and Doom,
fall off.
He's just going to jump off in order to get to his capsules.
I'm over there where MechNige was standing. He's right on top of my body.
Doom actually in a tough spot here. Has to make a pickup, but he does have a shield. That's a good move right there. He manages to snag a kill on a JazzzzCabbage, which allows him to close a lot of that distance. Oh, Doom's going to fall again. This is not the first time we've seen Doom struggle with the map here on Sign. This is actually, he lost a very important key match in Game 5 versus Guinan here by tumbling off the map. A tournament or two ago.
That should have fucking...
Doom trying to play it nice and slow. He knows that it's a dangerous position that he has to drop down into.
Jazz has got dash, lightning sword, and I'm not sure what the other two are.
I think it's unlikely that they kill him.
Bullet of fire.
Bullet of fire, blaster. This might be MechNige1 and JazzzzCabbage pulling off the win here. Doom actually tumbles down. He manages to take JazzzzCabbage out in the air, but MechNige1 with the blaster will seal the deal, and we are 1-1 in this series. Moving on to lane, can JazzzzCabbage and Nigel keep the momentum? I'm not so sure. I think the map had a lot to do with it there. Doom not knowing how to navigate around it, but they did a very good job killing Esper, who made a big mistake going into the base solo at such low health.
I'll go
and then
nature key.
Making a very good corpse defense. Doom unable to get in there. Very impressive out of the newcomers. Very impressive. Solid defense on the corpse pickup. Can't emphasize that point enough. Have to see here on lane. Looks like Doom is going to be relying on a single school Psycho here. I was watching his stream before they actually began playing, so I do know what this arsenal is. Involves lots of Psycho Spear, Rock Shot, and Meteor, and of course the Doomsday Special Railgun, along with 3 acquisitions and 3 Psycho Shells. It is a very simple, very straightforward arsenal, and it will do a lot of damage and could be devastating here on lane. The long range of Railgun, the extra accuracy of the acquisitions, along with the supremacy that is Rock Shot and Psycho Spear and all parabolas on this map. It's a very good combo that he has going for himself here. Looks like we're waiting on Nigel still to select an arsenal. Perhaps having issues that they need to work out, or trying to discuss plans for the next map, or perhaps just simply very excited after picking up their win on Sign against such stellar opposition. Able to get this in any better quality? No, that's 1080. We'll turn up our audio again as the auto seems to be working correctly. Doom off to a pretty nice start. Multiple big hit moves in hand. Gonna be looking to connect. Already with 1 acquisition on too. Can make that Rock Shot and Psycho Spear very dirty. Looking to hit the Psycho Spear Gravity Press combo right now. Esper actually connects with, it looks like the Ice Sword into Pursuit, actually. Ooh, that is gonna be a KO. What happened? That was perfectly timed, but MechNige1 has been spared by the gods of RNG. Gravity Press not connecting. What a dirty combo, and how unlucky it was that the Gravity Press didn't end. And that's the first damage that Doom and Esper have suffered this round on lane.
I've got Ice Sword.
Esper taking a bit of damage now. Under fire from both Cabbage and MechNige1. Doom now providing the fire support. Nigel manages to dodge and block those rock shots. Esper takes another shot. Cabbage is going to eat another rock shot. And there's another. Cabbage now down to 1 hit. Esper has the lightning speed, should keep him safe for the moment. Doom yet to find a shield. If he finds himself in a pickup situation once again, it could be hairy. See, Doom maybe needs to work on his parkour skills here. Having a little bit of trouble getting over some of the fences. Gonna be looking to hit that gravity press still. Wall of Fire is going to block that rock shot. Oh, he does trade Big Bomb for gravity pressing. JazzzzCabbage jumps down right after he's died. Oh no! Tragedy strikes as he tries to turn around for the block. Doom, with too much stored up aura, is able to take out JazzzzCabbage after trading gravity press for Big Bomb. Looking strong on lane. After a hiccup on sign, Doom and Esper looking to close out this series as we move on to Refinery. Though hope remains alive for Cabbage and Nigel.
I'll go with a single school nature.
This is yet another map where you could be falling off frequently, which seems to be a problem for Doom, at least today and maybe in some of his previous matches. So this is where they want to be, honestly, I would feel, on Refinery, hoping to get some free damage from Doom and Esper falling off the map, using a lot of melee. Looks like Doom is going with a single school Kai. I did see him make this one as well. It's running triple meditation and lax, along with pretty normal variety of Kai attacks that one might expect. Gets really high aura regeneration by the end of it with triple meditation and a single school. You can even throw those hyper Kai bullets almost rapid fire.
Evolution.
Could be really fun to watch at the least, seeing him run around with almost 90% aura regeneration. Waiting on Nigel once again. Looks like he is taking a lot of time to deliberate on what arsenals they want to use here. See the red hand out of Cabbage now as well. Esper known a lot of times for using popping decks here on this map. We could see that again. Esper's been very fond of Shatter, as well as his trusty Ice Sword. Can see that psycho nature out of him once again. Saw the lightning speed last game. Didn't really get to see a whole lot of what he was doing. Doom did most of the damage there, and we weren't able to see a lot of Esper on camera. Try and get a better look this time. See, Nigel holding on to Samara. For a moment, almost looked like he wanted a vicious balance, but he uses it now. See if we can get an angle on any of these guys, see what schools they're running. We do see the acquisition out of Cabbage, heat out of Esper, so we know those schools already. Cabbage is going to get caught just by the edge of that. We see a yellow aura out of him, so it's going to be Psycho Optic. Looks like he threw a burden. That lack was nowhere near hitting. Shot at a very odd angle. Heat from the void, not much closer. That Hyper Kai bullet finding some dirty angles, getting around the poles there. He's hit Cabbage with it twice now. Nigel running the lightning speed. He's going to be using Kai as well. There's our first meditation. I wonder at this point if he can manage the combo. Oh, not quite. He's at almost +5 meditation at this point. He is unable to connect that. Oh, neutralization. He's going to take a tumble and lose his meditation. Nigel's already overwritten it, though, so if he goes back to find another. Nice block there. Just the last second. That charged particle was very unexpected coming through the wall there. Excellent shot by Nigel, but an even better block timing by Doom. You know, I'm honestly just, not even just that they picked up the win on sign. I've been really impressed so far with JazzzzCabbage and MechNige1. I think a lot of people may have underestimated them coming into this, and I'm going to be really excited to see some of their future matches as well. Hoping they can pick up another win here against Doom and Esper. take us to game 5. So far, it looks like they're on the back foot. Cabbage is down to 9 capsules. Looks like he might be trying to run a bravery deck, but struggling to get there. Nigel running a charged particle, but we don't see him with enough aura to use that long term right now. Environmental in hand, possibly an optimization. We do see the Tiger Strength. JazzzzCabbage taking a ton of damage down here from Esper. But that's going to connect. A 6 damage charged particle catches Esper right on the dome. Doom doing a good job at dodging, staying away from all this. Cabbage actually using vibration, it looks like. Prohibits, I can't see what it is. Looks like it's a reduced entropy that was laid down. Having a hard time telling, actually. Missed Blaster now with the Tiger Strength. And the Slide Laser. Doom looks like he's trying to find this and pick it up. He will take 2 damage for his retrieval. Cabbage is low on health, but also low on pressure right now. And Nigel's going to take a tumble off the map and has a long pickup to make at 5 health. For as far as Cabbage is into his arsenal, he doesn't seem to have a whole lot of offense right now. Absorb energy, doing its work. However, he's only got 3 aura. If it gets faked out once, that's all she wrote. Managing to just barely stay alive. Actually is cheeky enough to manually aim the Slide Laser. Nigel knows he's likely to go down, but he's gonna go down swinging. I'm not even sure he knows where Cabbage is. He's taking the longest possible route to get to him. Oh, there goes the Ice Sword for the finish. And that's going to be a 3-1 victory for Doom and Esper over JazzzzCabbage. Can't give enough props to him, though. Did great, picked up a win in such a scary matchup, taking their win on sign with an excellent corpse defense. Looking forward to seeing more out of both of these teams. Doom and Esper looking just as scary as they were advertised, and JazzzzCabbage and MechNige1 punching up harder than people might have expected. It's going to be fun to see them both in upcoming rounds. We'll have more tournament coverage coming to you later this week, so stay tuned in.